Hi, everybody. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to take a look through your settlement proposals. I'm going to let me tell you just a little bit about how I kind of came to the conclusion. I thought you did a really great job. Everybody did a really great, and they were so fun to read. And I think your perspective was really cool. So what I did was I went through not only where I think would be the best place to settle, but how it was defended and what you did to kind of make your argument as to why you should live in a certain area. So all six of the proposals I thought were fantastic. The first one about the diversity, Group A was, in terms of taking a look at what South America had to offer, looking at the diversity in climate and the protection, the fact that you didn't really have to rely on trade at all, but those were all really really important pieces. The negative pieces of the points of attack were really something that we should take into consideration. But I thought you defended yourself really well in that regard. The second one was in Spain and France in that area, and I thought your positive components with the growing seasons, the hunting, and the expansion were really great. And I do believe that weather would definitely play a factor in the settlement and who could live there and when you could live there. So that was definitely something that had to be taken into account. The third group, C, did a really nice job of defending the rivers and the oceans and having fresh water and utilizing the natural resources, and the fact that you're really well protected if you're centrally located there, even though you do have some areas that you have to defend, but at least you have areas on the coast that you could utilize for trade values. The other piece was the negative component that you brought up with the fault lines, which was a really great point. And if the fault lines hit in a certain capacity, the settlement that you propose clearly is just not going to be there anymore. So the next group I thought did a really nice job, Group D, of the natural resources that you could utilize in North America and the climate zones that you could realize. I think that there's not as much change in terms of the diversity of the climate, but at the same time there are definitely growing seasons during that time. It's a large area to defend, and so protection could definitely be a factor in that regard. And then Group E did a nice job of defending the trade and the coastline and being able to see where you wanted to bring trade in and what was going out. I thought that bringing up the point about the jungles was really important. I think disease could be a real issue with that settlement, because if a disease takes over, especially if it gets into the water, you've got real issues. But the natural resources are great to have, and the wildlife, I think you could help defend with the larger animals. I don't think that would be too much of an issue. And then finally, the last group, Group F, was talking a lot about the rivers and lakes and the trade. I thought the use of the Mississippi was a great defense in that area and getting things to the coast without being on the coast. So I thought that was a really nice job. The natural disasters, I think if you live in the South, you're going to have to put up with that in some regard, but I thought you did a nice job defending that piece as well. So great job. All six groups did a fantastic job, and I appreciate the work that went into it. If I had to pick one, even though I would probably choose to live in Spain myself because I love it and my wife grew up there, I think I had to go with Group A. And you did a nice job of defending. I think the not having to trade was really a big component of it, and the diversity in climate played a big role too. So congratulations to everybody. You did a really nice job. And thank you so much for bringing me in and allowing me to be part of it. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Take care. Go Crickets.